Hello, Mike and Pam. My name is Barry Keane. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. My father was in the military. We moved an awful lot. By the time I was 10, I'd been to 10 countries. After living in France for 4 years. 1964, my father was aide to Queen Elizabeth II for 9 days on the Royal Britannica on her tour of Canada. In 1965, my father was stationed in North American Air Defense Command at Colorado Springs, Colorado. I was 12 years old and I was in grade 9 at East Junior High. Later, I started caddying at a 5-star resort named the Broadmoor. I caddied over 700 rounds. Tiger Woods won 3 U.S. amateurs. I was asked to caddy for a lady who won 2 U.S. amateurs. 1968, all hell broke loose. Marijuana was everywhere. The Cold War, the peace movement. We returned to Canada in 1969. It was the same in Canada. We now have a 40-year window on tobacco, alcohol, marijuana, and prescription drugs. 1981, Time magazine cover declared cocaine was harmless. Now Canada has passed strict laws against growing marijuana. If you caught with growing 6 plants, you get 6 months in jail. You serve the full 180 days. You have no entry allowed into the United States. The United States has declared the prescription use by 12 to 17-year-olds as an epidemic behind only marijuana. Use of marijuana is a very contentious issue. Sir Robin Murray of the King Psychiatric College in London, England has written over 700 articles. It's probably the world's most known authority on marijuana and the problems it can cause. My product was developed to explain tobacco, alcohol, marijuana, prescription drugs, and other substances to 9 to 14-year-olds. Good For You Kid will be marketed to the more than 21 million mummy bloggers in the United States and Canada. Originally, the product was put into a board game format for use with students as a way to show them problem-solving, decision-making, and communication skills. The product was then put into a Spanish-speaking country, and it went into several hundred schools there with changed graphics. The product will now be made into an application format. I'm working with 2 universities in Canada, which one of them is very old, with a medicine background and teaching, and it would be equivalent to, say, Johns Hopkins in the United States. The problem is severe in Canada and the United States with the marijuana use in Canada, Mexico, and the States. And this is causing many of the children not to graduate from high school. Sometime in some provinces, only 65% of students are graduating from high school. This is leaving them ill-prepared for the fast-changing world and for the computer skills that are necessary. The United States and Canada works very closely together on issues of crime, drugs, health issues. They are both adamantly opposed to marijuana use and for the misuse of prescriptions by 12 to 17-year-olds. Well, the application will be based on a number of subjects, being tobacco, alcohol, marijuana. Alcohol and marijuana when they're mixed together, when you have a depressant and a mood-altering drug, and the prescriptions. We've unwittingly become the supplier to many of the teenagers by not locking our medicine cabinets, our prescription cabinets, and they've been borrowing the contents, unused, old prescriptions, and using them for parties on Friday and Saturday night. And when they go to the emergency and the doctor or the nurse asks them what they're on, their best friend isn't in a position to be able to tell them because they don't know, and this can cause serious complications at the emergency. So The purpose of the game would be, of the application, would be to explain marijuana to 9 to 14-year-olds, how important it is that they are tomorrow's leaders, and it's crucial that they take on that responsibility, as we have aging populations in Canada and the United States, and it's extremely important that we have our students well trained and to move forward to tomorrow's challenges and competing in world trade. So we'll be following closely, working with the moms, try to work with the schools, with church groups, with after-4 programs. This would be a way to get some of the messages out so that, for example, the American prescription drug abuse crisis that's there and in Canada, we start making safe disposal for prescriptions in the form so they're not going into the water systems. And it's interesting to note that the future Queen, Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, that a couple of weeks ago she decided one of her charities that she was going to be working closely with was Action on Addictions. So it's a worldwide problem and it has worldwide solutions. And I'd like to thank you, Mike and Pam, for your time. Thank you.